Hey guys, Tom Spark here with another video. Today we're just going over IPVanish and explaining how to use it. So basically what you're going to do, guys, is download IPVanish from their website and log in with your credentials that you purchased. From here you're going to install the app, and this is what it's going to look like. You have quick connect features, which is basically the way to connect if you don't really want to customize too much about your server connection or something like that. You could go ahead and pick your country down here. You could pick the best city. Or you could pick individual cities based on what you think could give you a better connection. Ideally, you're going to probably want to pick somewhere that's close to you or something like that. So best server is this. You could individually pick the server, but you would probably find with sticking with this option here. In terms of the server list, this gives you a little bit more features and enables you to favorite some servers, which is pretty cool. There's also a visual design of the map here to give you some kind of indication of where the servers are and stuff like that. Now you can also mess with some filter settings here. Account details is pretty self-explanatory, just shows your basic account information, and you could even log out here and log in with a different account if you have two accounts. Now IPVanish also has a button up here which is kind of cool to let you kind of connect on any page of the app. In terms of settings, IPVanish has a good amount of settings. You could start IPVanish when Windows starts. You can mess with some configuration settings like the ability to automatically connect to IPVanish maybe when it starts up. Additionally, you can change how it performs when you close the application, whether it hides the tray or closes the application. I prefer quitting the application because I usually just keep my apps up and stuff like that because I like to know what's going on. You can opt into IPVanish betas as well. And in terms of the connection here, guys, you're probably going to want to go with OpenVPN UDP to get some faster speeds, but OpenVPN TCP could give you a little bit more security. These protocols are a little bit outdated and a little bit older. L2TP is probably decently secure, and you might get some okay speeds with some of these options here, but I would stick with OpenVPN UDP for the best experience. Now you're going to want to keep these checked to make sure that you're not leaking any IP information. And you could pick this as well if you're worried that IPVanish might crash or something like that. You don't want to have to worry about manually connecting it. The kill switch is a cool feature because it lets you ensure that you can't use your internet without having IPVanish connected. Essentially what it does is that when you connect to IPVanish, and if it disconnects, your internet will also disconnect on your computer, which ensures you always have total encryption when you're accessing the internet. Block LAN traffic is also a feature you could take advantage of if you're worried about LAN traffic. However, probably not too much of a concern for most people. Now, if you have OpenVPN here, you could configure the port. Also, maybe this is useful if you are finding that your VPN is not connecting or something. You can kind of configure the port here. IPVanish also has obfuscate OpenVPN traffic, so this is kind of like a stealth VPN kind of feature. They don't really talk about this too much, but if you are having options or if you are having trouble connecting to IPVanish, depending where you are with some kind of firewall or something like that, this could be a good option to play around with, guys. Additionally, it's cool to see that they do have a install repair OpenVPN driver. Maybe if you're trying to connect to IPVanish and it's not working or giving you some kind of error, maybe if you've installed other VPNs in the past or something like that, you could go ahead and click on this to install or repair IPVanish. Now, it does have some IP settings here if you want to verify your IP address or mess with some DNS options as well. Logs are pretty standard. It just kind of shows you some information about how the VPN is performing. Besides that, guys, there's not too much more to IPVanish. It's a pretty simple and easy to use app with some of those configuration settings. Of course, you could just kind of connect here and get access to an anonymous IP, which is going to hide your IP when you're using the internet, and it's going to give you encryption. IPVanish is a good VPN to use with torrenting or just staying anonymous on the internet. They also have a really good mobile app with some of the most advanced configuration settings I've seen. Quite similar to this app actually, whereas some VPN providers kind of skimp on their mobile app and make it a bit too simple.